Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Matt.
I'm Winnie.
And today we are looking at a story or fable which is called The Fox and the Grapes.
Ooh, okay, so I think I know what it's about.
Okay.
It's about a kid who's talking about their favorite animal and then their favorite fruit.
Favorite animal and favorite fruit. So they like foxes and they like grapes.
I mean, it's the title, you know?
That is right there in the title, so maybe someone just wrote a story about their favorite things.
Yeah, so like for example, if you were to write a story, what would your title be? Your favorite animal and then your favorite fruit.
All right, well, I would go with the pig and the mangoes.
Oh, why?
Well, because they're both delicious. That's how we choose, right?
No, that's not what they mean by favorite.
Oh.
No.
You mean like as a pet?
Yes, like cuddly, not
Cuddly?
for dinner.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll choose puppies. I like dogs, cuddly puppies.
But not to eat, right?
What? No, of course not. All right, now how about you? What would you choose for your favorite animal and fruit?
For me, it would be the shark and the strawberry. It's very big, a very big animal, and a very small fruit.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's an all right choice. I don't know about the taste of sharks, but strawberries are delicious as well.
Anyway, today's fable is called The Fox and the Grapes Part 1. And hopefully we will not be eating any foxes.
One hot summer's day, a fox took a walk in the woods. He walked for a long time, so he was tired and really needed something to eat. After a while, the fox found a bunch of grapes.
Welcome to today's episode. We will be talking about The Fox and the Grapes Part 1. And of course, The Fox and the Grapes is a fable, which is a story that has usually the main character is an animal.
Yeah, and it usually teaches you some sort of lesson about something that you can use in your real life. So let's take a look at this fable. One hot summer's day, a fox took a walk in the woods.
Okay, so we know at least the character is a fox, not a boy writing about his favorite animal.
Okay, so that was not true, but there is a fox as it mentioned in the title, so you need to have a fox.
Yes.
All right, so we have a word there which is woods. So woods is a place with trees growing together that is usually smaller than a forest. So it's not so big, but it is a place with trees. And you'll see that it's the same as wood. The material that trees are made from or that trees provide is called wood, but when we have an S on the end, woods, it means this area of trees. And often in stories or fairy tales or fables, sometimes the woods is a scary place. But I think not in this story because it says the fox took a walk in the woods and it says nothing about the woods being scary.
Well, I don't know, because in the night, the woods becomes, it's a different thing, right? Are you a fan of the woods?
I like going for a walk in the woods, I guess. I would usually just call it like a park. But yes, the woods, it could be a nice place to go for a walk or take a dog for a walk or just spend an afternoon.
Right, well, let's see what Tina has to say.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字跟文法重点。首先来看看单字的部分。Wood 名词，树林、森林。当做这个意思的时候，横用复数。We went hiking in the woods last weekend. 我们上周末去树林里健行。我们再来看一下文法重点。刚刚课文提到了 take a walk 散步。Walk 指的是步行、行走。在这里是名词用法，我们来看看这个例句。Ella likes to take a walk in the park every morning. Ella 喜欢每天早上在公园散步。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, let's continue. He walked for a long time, so he was tired and really needed something to eat. Now, of course, when we are walking for a long time, we're using a lot of energy. So it makes sense that the fox is tired. And of course, when we're using the word tired, we're talking about feeling really sleepy and having low energy. And he was walking for a long time, so it makes sense that he doesn't really feel energized anymore. So it makes sense that he probably would look for something to eat.
After a while, the fox found a bunch of grapes. All right, so what is a bunch, you're probably wondering? Well, a bunch can sometimes just mean a lot of something. If I say I have a bunch of friends coming over later, I mean, more than a somewhat large amount of people. But when we talk about fruit or plants or things that grow, we mean that they are growing together and attached together on the same thing. So when you think of a bunch of grapes, you can think of that sort of triangular shaped section of grapes where they're attached together. We also have a bunch of bananas. For example, they grow together, and you can also buy a bunch of flowers that are probably not growing together anymore, but they are wrapped together in a bunch.
Yeah, like you'll usually know it's a bunch of fruits when the stem is still attached.
That's correct.
And it makes it easier to handle. Well, let's go to Tina.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 tired 形容词疲惫的 After the long trip, Mia felt very tired. 长途旅行后 Mia 感到非常疲惫 Bunch 名词串一串 I bought a bunch of bananas at the market. 我在市场买了一串香蕉。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right. Are you a fan of foxes?
Yeah, I think foxes can be pretty cute, and they're also known to be...
Okay, I thought you were going to say to be yummy.
No.
Okay.
To be sneaky, and they always... they're always sneaking around and stealing farmers' chickens and stuff.
I feel like they get a bad rep, okay? Because I think people nickname them cats that are in dog form. That will kind of put it into context because cats can be a little sneaky too. Well, let's get into the second part after the break.
It hung from a high branch in a tree. The grapes were very big and ready to eat. The fox wanted to eat the grapes, so he stood under them and jumped. The fox missed the grapes. However, he didn't give up.
Welcome back. Just before the break, we met our character in this story, the fox. And the fox was taking a walk in the woods. And after it walked for a long time, it became very hungry and tired. And then it found a bunch of grapes.
Right. So I don't know about you, but if I found just a bunch of grapes in the woods, I don't know if I would eat it.
Why not? Things grow. You can eat fruit from trees.
Yeah, but things also pee. So they might pee on the grapes.
Well, you can take them home and wash them.
I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's continue with the story. It hung from a high branch in a tree. The grapes were very big and ready to eat. So when we're using the word branch, we are talking about kind of like a limb of a tree that sticks out. So usually when you see a tree, you'll see the main the body of the tree.
Called the trunk.
The trunk. And they kind of have an arm that sticks out, and that is the branch, a tree branch. So this is where the grapes were kind of hanging from, which I would have thought that grapes actually hang from vines.
Well, they do hang from vines, but vines can grow on trees and grow up trees and along the branches.
Okay.
And that's probably where this bunch of grapes is.
Okay, well, let's see what Tina has to say.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 branch 名词树枝 A bird sat on the branch of the tree 一只鸟坐在树的树枝上文法的部分刚刚提到了 A hangs from B A 挂在 B 上 hang 指的是悬挂吊挂它的三态是 hang hung hung 我们来看看这个例句 A lantern hangs from the ceiling 灯笼挂在天花板上。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, let's continue with our story here. The fox wanted to eat the grapes, so he stood under them and jumped.
That's a good tactic.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how high it is. It says
That's
high
true.
branch of a tree, so I don't know how high a fox can jump, but
yeah.
you might need to do some climbing instead.
Yes.
All right, so he's standing under the grapes. So to be under something, it means to be beneath or at a lower level than something else. So it means that there's something that is higher, and if you're under, you are lower, but directly below the other thing. So in this case, the fox is much lower than the grapes are because they're up on the high branch, so he is under those grapes.
Okay. And in order to reach it, we think he jumped quite high. And to jump means to hop in the air. So you're kind of using the energy from inside of you to lift off the ground and eventually obviously coming back down. And as we said, if these grapes are in a, hanging from a branch, but branches are usually very high. So he would have to jump very high. So let's continue. The fox missed the grapes. However, he didn't give up. Okay.
All right, well, we have the verb there that he missed the grapes, and to miss something means to not hit or contact something when you are aiming for something or aiming for a target. So in this case, the fox is trying to jump and get those grapes, but he did not get them. He did not hit them, so he missed. You might think if you're maybe playing a game of darts and you're aiming for the middle, the bullseye, but if you don't hit that, then you missed your target.
Yes. And I think it's kind of not surprising because while foxes are known for being pretty good jumpers, that's a really high target.
That's right. Yeah. Well, let's go to Tina now, and we'll be right back.
我们来看一下刚刚课文里提到的单字 under 介系词在什么的下面。The cat is sleeping under the table. 那只猫睡在桌子下面。Jump 动词跳跃。Lucy can jump very high. Lucy 可以跳得很高。Miss 动词未能取得。Lisa threw the ball, but Ben missed it. Lisa 把球丢出去，但 Ben 没接到。文法的部分刚刚提到了 give up 放弃 give 的三态是 give, gave, given。我们来看看这个例句 The student failed the test, but he didn't give up。那个学生考试没过，但他没有放弃。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, so number 1, our main character, he's a fox. He's taking a little stroll in the forest. And of course, that would be very tiring for anybody. So I think the first step would be maybe find a body of water.
You think to get something to drink would be better, but the grapes have juice in them.
But he's spending a lot of time jumping.
Well, I'm personally just surprised that a fox wants to eat grapes because
true.
I don't think foxes actually eat very much fruit in the wild.
That's true.
I think it would be better for him to do some hunting like a fox is good at.
But actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because dogs actually can't eat grapes. I know they're not the same. I know foxes and dogs aren't the same. But actually, dogs can't eat grapes. They'll die.
Really? Okay, I did not know that. I think my dog used to eat grapes sometimes.
Oh no. Did he live a long life?
Yes, very long. My dog lived until 20 years old.
Maybe I should start giving my dogs grapes.
Maybe that's the secret to the long
long
life
life,
of dogs,
yeah.
and maybe that's why the fox wants these grapes. It knows
He knows.
something that we don't.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, so far, I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested to see what this fox is getting up to. But for now, we'll see you on the next one.
One hot summer's day, a fox took a walk in the woods. He walked for a long time, so he was tired and really needed something to eat. After a while, the fox found a bunch of grapes. It hung from a high branch in a tree. The grapes were very big and ready to eat. The fox wanted to eat the grapes, so he stood under them and jumped. The fox missed the grapes. However, he didn't give up.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 ，woods 名词，树林、森林 ；tired 形容词，疲惫的 ；bunch 名词，串一串 ；branch 名词，树枝 ；under 介系词，在什么下面 ；jump 动词，跳跃 ；miss 动词，未能取得。接着我们来看文法的部分。Take a walk 散步 My parents often take walks after dinner 我爸妈常常在晚餐后去散步 A hangs from B A 挂在 B 上 The sign hung from the roof of the building 那个招牌垂挂在建筑的屋顶 Give up 放弃 The runner was hurt but she didn't give up 那名跑者受伤了但是他没有放弃以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，那我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Calling all animal lovers! Today, we are going to explore one of my favorite spots in Taiwan, the Taipei Zoo. There is a wide assortment of animals living at the Taipei Zoo, and I can't wait to pay them a visit. Let's go! The Taipei Zoo is at the terminal station of the Brown MRT line. It is based in a valley in Winshan District. The zoo was established during the Japanese-ruled period. It is more than 100 years old now. The zoo used to be located in the Yuanshan area. It moved here in 1986 because of the growing number of animals and a lack of space. The zoo has 8 outdoor display areas and 6 indoor display venues. Penguins, koalas, pandas, elephants, hippos, monkeys, and other animals are all very popular. The Taipei Zoo is involved in education, research, and conservation. It is also a good place to have a good time. Conservation means protecting animals and their natural habitats so they don't disappear or go extinct. Although the animals at the Taipei Zoo are not in their natural homes, being able to see them up close gives visitors an appreciation for these beautiful animals. Next time you have a day off, you should definitely pay Taipei Zoo a visit with your family and friends.